Continuing in the Garden of Emuna, we're on page 180. There is no despair. En shum yush is a famous klal gadol b'Torah, according to Reb Nachman. En shum yush ba'olam klal. We can never get to a point of despair where we're going to give up and think that there's no way out. And this is one of the most important teachings of Judaism, that it doesn't matter if there's a sword on your throat, there is no giving up. You can always be saved by Hashem. There's no soft. This is a klal, a very, very important rule. Reb Nachman specifically says how important this is, en shum yush, and why it's so important to have simcha. So we're going to explain over here. The rabbi is discussing doctors, and in discussing doctors, we understand that a doctor has the ability to actually heal someone, meaning that he can go and find and investigate proper ways of and researching how to heal a certain sickness, and they could and they find that those sicknesses get healed. They implement those practices. That's what refuah is. Refuah is going to a doctor that knows how to heal certain things. The Torah gave the doctors the right to do that. But very, very often, what comes along with doctors is a pessimistic attitude, a despair attitude, an attitude of there's nothing really we could do for you. And unfortunately, they cause a lot of discouragement in people. And they cause a lot of hopelessness and despair, and they put people in a position where it's not even worth it for them to fight. They tell them you have 6 months to live. How dare you tell anybody how long they have to live? That's only God. Of course, you don't lie to them. Of course, we don't make stories that the guy is going to live forever. But to come and put a person into such a head, that is not the license that the Torah has given these doctors. And they have to realize that this is a very, very terrible thing, and they have to be careful. Actually, we know that one of the most important things, and one of the things that cures people and helps people fight and gives people the way to go, is simcha and happiness. We all know those happy-go-lucky people in our life that somehow beat something, we all have seen that. But beyond that, there's medical research. There's something called laughter therapy. Today there's all kinds of therapies, but laughter therapy, basically, it's making these, and they have a research in this as well, that it's cured certain ailments just from simple laughter, to a point today where many hospitals employ medical clowns, and their job is to make people happy, to go around into the wards, and not just into the children's wards. They go to everywhere. On Purim, they come, they bring music, and to lift up the people. When you lift up the people, you give people a reason to live. That automatically gives them a fighting chance. The doctor has to realize that he needs to do the complete opposite. He needs to give encouragement. He needs to teach Emuna, and he needs to understand that he's not God. And there's been plenty of stories where people have outlived what a doctor said. So it's not one, it's not two. There's well documented many, many stories of people living way beyond the doctor's thing. So never despair. I know it's hard. We get into a thing. And you know why we get into this thing? Because this is Amalek. This is what's in us. This now, we're in a time frame of we're able to get rid of Amalek, Mihiyat Amalek. And we have Pesach coming in. It goes hand in hand, Mihiyat Amalek and the Hametz. Getting rid of our Hametz is all the same concept. It's getting rid of the mess up of the mind. What's the mess up of the mind? Yi'ush. It says in the Megillah that they should do Kirtzon Ish Ve'ish. By Ahashverosh's party, it says that Whatever anybody wanted, they should do according to what he wanted. If the guy wanted to be a tzaddik, like Mordechai, Kedi, Kemo Ish. If he wanted to be a Rasha, like Haman, Ish Va'ish. How do we know Ish is talking about Mordechai? Because it says, Ish Yehudi Haya B'Shushan Bira Ushmo Mordechai. Right? So we know that that's Ish is talking about Mordechai. What's the difference between Haman and Mordechai over there? It's Ish Va'ish. They're both Ish, right? No. Va'ish now gives you something added. It adds a Vav. If you jumble around the letters, you have Yush. Despair. This is the Yetzer Hara, and that's what Amalek did. And this is why the Torah needs to uproot this. Because the first thing Hashem said was, Anochi Hashem Elokecha. I am Hashem your God. And the only thing that we do all day is think we're God. We did this and we did that, and I did this and I did that. And then what happens? When it doesn't work out, then we give up because we think we did something. This is us all day long. This is our cycle. This is what we do. We have to remember, it's Hashem. Hashem did everything. Hashem does everything, and Hashem will always do everything. And then there's no reason for you to give up because you didn't do anything. It's all Hashem. Just watch. Just pay attention. Just watch the movie. Don't get nervous. Sit on the bus. All the things the rabbi taught us till now. Is the guy sitting on the bus and being a backseat driver? Well, the guy was just enjoying the scenery on the way. Some of it's a little bit, nauseating, and maybe he's got to hold on a little bit because the bus is turning a little bit too sharp. But he's just chilling. We have to remember, most of the time, when Esther became the Malka, was the worst thing, right? But she ended up saving all of Am Israel. So it was a very good thing. So what is it? Is it Baruch Mordechai? Or is it Arur Haman? Or is it Baruch Haman and Arur Mordechai? We don't know. It's all Mabarif. It's all the Mabarif. We don't know. What we feel at the time, we have to know, has nothing to do. It's Hashem is called Tuv. Everything that's happening to us is for our benefit. Everything. We can't see it, said it. We don't know. But we have to remember. We have to come back to the Emet. And now's the time. Get rid of Amalek. We should ask Hashem to mezakeh otanu, to destroy the Amalek and to give us the ha'ara and the holiness of Mordechai and Esther. And what is that difference? It's Yush versus no Yush. It's all Hashem. It's all Hashem. It's all Hashem. What did Mordechai keep telling Esther? If it's not going to be for you, somebody else is going to save us. It's all Hashem. We're doing our thing. Don't get distracted. Don't get down. Believe me, again, I know it's hard. Mehazek. And now, especially during Purim, we all have the opportunity mehazek. We should be zocheh to have Emuna and to pray for Emuna and to pray for everybody, to pray for Mashiach and to pray for everybody that has sarot to stop having sarot, because there's so much trouble going on in the world that we don't know about. And it's all because of Amalek. The trouble is because of Amalek. It's because of the lack of da'at that we're mabarif. Now, we don't know. It's a lack of that da'at. What causes troubles? The lack of emunah. If we have emunah, we're happy. We have emunah, we're bisma'ah, and we're not giving up. When do we feel bad? When we're despairing. When we're not living emunah. When we're amaleking. Get rid of the amalek. We have to muhid that. That's why Hashem and the Torah is so Mehyat Amalek. We have to have the mitzvah to destroy. What is this now? Torah destroys? Has v'shalom. Torah doesn't destroy. But this, we have to destroy. This is an inner spiritual thing that we have to destroy the Yush, destroy the Haman, Amalek in us, and Bezat Hashem will live a very, very good life of Emunah.